What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
We're here in a spooky field with a car on fire and a full moon and a weird house over the far side.
Yeah.
Have you got any stories that fit this environment?
I do. I have a really good one from out in Utah in the 1970s. It was actually one of the earliest stories that I covered. Actually, this is one of the first ones. So we don't have the names of the people involved, so I'm going to call them a man and a woman, but you know, this is every bit their story. We just don't use their names. I think they actually didn't want their names used. That's what I recall. So back in the 1970s, there was this young guy and young girl.
Yeah, and this is the terrifying first date, you guys, because he didn't throw it out there just yet, which he probably will, but I just want to make that mention.
For the main characters of the story, and I think they met in college, and they go out on this first date. They go to a restaurant, a diner, and they got along fine, but there wasn't any magic. It was, you know, kind of a nothing date that they both kind of instinctively knew that this was likely not going to go anywhere beyond this first date. There's no chemistry. However, they both kind of intuitively noticed it, and the guy, towards the end of the date, when it's kind of like, okay, time to wrap things up now, he decided to take a chance. He figured, what's the worst that can happen? I already can tell this isn't going anywhere. And he says to his date, he says, you know, do you want to do something kind of unexpected? Do you want to like go do something kind of crazy with me right now? And the girl was actually like kind of taken aback. She's like, okay, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I oftentimes go for walks out in Provo Canyon, this beautiful canyon that's nearby. It's got this amazing trail. It brings you out to this overlook with this incredible view of the stars. Like it's
sound good, but to me, sound like a red flag. First date, we just met each other. We don't got chemistry. Everything seems boring. And, you know, the gentleman introduces the idea of going into the mountains.
And take a walk.
Yeah, I don't like you.
Nah, I'm good.
This date is boring and I don't like it. Let's go to the mountains real quick where it's dark. We're alone.
No.
No,
because what's your reaction to us not getting any further than this first date?
Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
What would y'all do?
Put that in the comments.
I'm going
a cool spot, and I go there, you know, later in the day, and no one's there, and it's pretty cool. But it's, you know, we're hiking in the woods in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? And she's like, "Okay, let's do it." You know, it's like suddenly the date went from going nowhere to it's kind of exciting. And so now there's chemistry. That's like they're going into the unknown together. And so they quickly leave the diner, they hop in his car, and it's a short drive over to the parking lot where Provo Canyon is. You know, he pulls into the spot, there's nobody there, they get out, and now there really is. They're getting along, they're kind of laughing, telling jokes, they're holding hands, and they walk right from the parking lot onto this paved trail that goes right into the forest. And so it's nighttime, you know, just this is a well-used trail. This is not some goat trail in the middle of nowhere. This is a well-used trail. And so they start walking into the forest, and after a while, and this is something they would say after the fact, but we know this is what was happening. As they were walking, the feel, the vibe of the night really changed as soon as they got into the woods. You know, they're excited, the states suddenly become exciting, and then they get into the forest. They're on the trail, they're holding hands, they're walking, and both of them began feeling this really intense dread as they're walking in. But they don't know each other. This is their first date. They don't have the background of a relationship to begin touching on something that's hard to point out. You know, neither of them turned to the other and said, I feel uncomfortable. Instead, they just kept their mouth shut and thought, okay, I'll just keep on going. So they stopped talking. They begin walking faster out of this kind of nervous energy they have now. They're holding hands, and they're just walking through this trail because they're trying to get to this overlook, basically get it out of the way and come on back. But it's all unspoken. They haven't said, boy, this is anxious. They're feeling that way. And so they're walking on this trail, again, surrounded by trees. There's nobody else out there. And it's pretty dark. They don't have a flashlight. And as they're basically speed walking at this point in silence, at some point they hear a rustling sound kind of off to the side. And at the exact same time, the guy steps on something that he described as being soft. And he stepped on it, and he has no idea what he's stepping on. No clue. It's something soft. And he's heard this rustling sound, and they're feeling anxious. And he immediately stops because he stepped on something. And the girl, she's sensing, okay, what's going on here? And without any communication, They turned and walked out. Didn't even look down. They have no idea what's going on. It was like they both knew, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on out here. And they practically ran back to their car, totally safe. They get in their car, and now that they're in the safety of their car, they kind of begin laughing about it. Like, yeah, I wonder what that was. I stepped on something out there. I don't know.
look at the
Something
shit.
moving around. Maybe there's a big animal. I don't know. But that was it. It was just, that was the whole date. And actually, they wound up getting married because this date was like this kind of amazing thing. But they bonded over the fear of being in this forest. And so they get married, and 10 years later, they're at home, and the TV is on. It's tuned to like a Dateline type of show, like a true crime show. And neither of them are really watching. But an interview comes on, and it's a journalist talking to a death row inmate. It's a very famous death row inmate, and he's very near his execution date. And he's giving this kind of full-blown interview about, you know, what he did. And at some point, the journalist asks him, was there ever a time that you almost got caught before you got caught? And the serial killer is like, yeah, there was a time. I was out in Provo Canyon, and I just...
Wait a minute. Oh, he could have got caught in bin number 2 and 3.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah. Mountains, hiking locations, all that stuff is very like territorial to people who commit crimes. You know what I'm saying? Because they really feel like high altitude locations and bottom of the river locations are places that people get lost in looking at. You know what I'm saying? And to be out there and being that he on death row, obviously he was doing something mad crazy, bro. Mad crazy.
I wonder what they stepped on.
I'm curious to know. I didn't see how those two stories was going to go hand in
Me,
hand.
I'm
But
like, it's
I mean,
over
now
now.
the curveball is just going crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, they went back in the car.
Man.
They gotta wait.
killed a girl, and I was trying to dispose of her body. And
Oh, wait a
the
minute,
serial
from the
killer
top.
is like, yeah, there was a time. I was out in Provo Canyon, and I just killed a girl, and I was trying to dispose of her body. And I dragged her across the trail, and this young couple comes turning around the corner, and they stepped on the body. And I was maybe a foot away, holding her, looking up at them in the darkness, waiting to see what they were going to do. But for some reason, the couple didn't look down. They didn't look around. They just turned and left. And so that was it. That was the time I almost got caught. And so it would turn out the guy, they had come in contact with Ted Bundy, like one of the most infamous serial killers of all time, who effectively said, had he investigated, he would have had to kill the couple.
Yo. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all gotta go do your research. He's gonna pop up. Big serial killer, bro. Like, dude's going crazy. That's too much of a close interaction, bro. Like, I don't know what she was thinking when she was like, okay, yeah, let's go up there. Like, did she instantly think he's gonna be a protector? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Or were they just really just having fun and trying to have a moment? But golly, what a...
Whoa, and this was the 70s?
That's close. That's close.
Jeez. A
Man.
feet away?
I don't know. It's just some things I probably wouldn't want to even know. I was like, yeah, just let that, whatever that was that night, forget about it. We in the clear now.
I know, and my thing is this the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
If it's that dark where you can't see a man is on the ground dragging a body.
Right.
He's not walking in no woods. What?
Nah.
People crazy.
Nah. With no flashlight at that.
Just,
No flash. Oh, they didn't have flash on the phones then either. The beeper was just a little green light. You can't do nothing with that.
Was the beep out during that time? They had the big
old phone too,
with the
huh?
antenna.
Hello? Hello? It's a man out here. He's going crazy.
For real.
Yo.
Dead got caught. And so it would turn out the guy, they had come in contact with Ted Bundy, like one of the most infamous serial killers of all time, who effectively said, had he investigated, he would have had to kill the couple. It's great. So they got their first date was running into Ted Bundy.
Wow.
He's speechless.
Oh my God.
And actually, if you're interested, there's several other close calls with Ted Bundy that if you Google close calls with Ted Bundy, he came close to killing people several times. And it's I don't have those.
The VW Beetle. There's something with the VW Beetle.
I forget what it was. Unfortunately, I don't remember all of the anecdotes, but there's quite a few that are that one is the most startling because it's so like visceral what happened. But the others were, you know, this girl who almost went on a date with Ted Bundy, but then got a bad feeling about it and canceled. And it like the day later he gets arrested for being Ted Bundy. Stuff like, or one person who Ted Bundy randomly befriended this woman, and I think they were dating for a while, and he was very close with her child, and it was, I mean, he's like in their family while he's killing other people at the same time. And then he just broke up with her and moved on. Like he didn't do anything to her or her family while he's actively killing all these women. But for some reason, he just had this normal family, happy, wholesome relationship with this girl for like a year. And she would find out after he was executed that she was actively dating a serial killer. So it's just, Ted Bundy had all these weird interactions with people that have been documented. But that one, to me, is the most startling.
In other news, this episode is brought to you by Momentous. If you...
That is crazy.
Yeah. We're going to stop right there. Make sure you guys go and check the channel out. Bro, them stories just be going edge of the seat, bro. Like popcorn flying in the air type stuff. Because, yo, that is... I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Again, like, if there's a blind eye to certain things that I just don't need to know what's happening and I'm right there, I'm good. I don't care to know. Don't tell me what could have happened. I'm good.
That makes your hairs stand. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.